When I was yours, you told me not to leave it all behind. I guess that's what I've done. And now I don't feel the way that I should feel inside. It's time to let it go. We started out strong, into the end, you gave me something I couldn't live. I guess that I'm the only one. I guess that I'm the only one. We started out strong, into the end, you gave me something I couldn't live. I guess that I'm the only one. I guess that I'm the only one. You gave me something. Although it hurts, I know the
Hey guys, welcome to the stream here. Today we've got a Division 2 match. We've got Active Valor versus Fifth Dimension. The earlier game we were supposed to stream is now a little bit later, so we're deciding to stream this Fifth Dimension game versus Active Valor in the Division 2. Welcome. I think we have had a couple of new followers. Hell Assassin, 4 hours ago, thank you very much for following us, as well as Shallow Wolf Me. Also, thanks to All Star Punk for hosting us today. Don't have a big idea what the teams will have here today. Both are fairly new to me. Bring Nerv in here, maybe he knows a bit more about any of the teams.
Not too much. I've definitely seen both these tags around before. Especially Fifth Dimension, I've seen them practicing quite a bit. So hopefully we have a good game here. I'm assuming it will be. Most of them have been. Yeah, it should be good. It'll be interesting to see who turns out to be the better team.
Yeah, I'm not exactly too sure where they're from. Just looking on the roster list here, I think that Fifth Dimension have a few guys from the US. Don't know if you have it up yourself there. I think Divine Light, one of their better players. I think he's best in the US. Maybe you know a bit more.
Yeah. Now looking at the roster, I know actually quite a few of these guys. They're all on. A lot of them are on the US Nations team. I know Manny, Divine Light are both good. Riot's a good player. Who else do we have? Smoke a lot of Potamus, one of my favorite names. He's also very good. Yeah, so they'll definitely be a team you don't want to mess with. So Active Valor is definitely going to have to bring it here. Now that I see their rosters.
Yeah, I would know maybe a few more of these players, especially Divine Light, quite active on BFNations. If we could just have the other team up there. I'm not too sure about Active Valor too much. I noticed the tags a wee bit. No, I'm not too familiar with many of their players, but it'll be interesting to see what kind of matchup we get today. We are on Amiens, I should probably mention also that after today, we're probably going to have a wee bit of a change in the way matches are picked within the BFN. It now looks like the pick and ban system will be done away with. Next weekend, we're probably going to have a universal map. It will be picked randomly, and it will be the same map throughout the whole weekend for the same teams. Probably works out a wee bit more fair. Each team will then have the same opportunity to get maximum flag caps, whereas before there may have been a few maps where there may have only been 3 flags and a team may have got lesser points compared to, say, another team that was on a map that maybe had 5 flags in total. What do you think of that, Nerv? A bit more fair?
Yeah, I think so. I think in theory the pick and ban system is a good way to do things, but when you end up with an uneven number of maps that have different numbers of flags and tanks and armor and stuff, it just gets a little bit too sometimes unfair. We've had a few complaints so far just with certain things regarding vehicles, so I guess this will make it a little bit more balanced for everyone and even.
Yeah, I guess a few teams put in a couple of tank players into their roster of 16, whereas they could have maybe put in a couple more infantry players. I think a few teams have probably gambled and not put in any tank players whatsoever, knowing fine rightly with the pick and ban system that you could avoid any tank map. Now those guys after this weekend may be regretting doing that, and they may find themselves in a very tough game against a team that maybe has a very good tanker. It can make a big difference.
Yeah, for sure. It's a lot of times, especially even on Omnians here, you can see after the first point, like the tank can make a really big difference. So if you have a better tanker than the other team, now it's definitely going to play more into your favor. So every team, if they don't have one, is gonna need to get one or find a tanker pretty soon to be able to keep up with that.
Yes, I believe I found out today that there is going to be roster changes allowed up until I think it is 9 p.m. GMT on Wednesday. So for you guys that don't have any tank drivers, you may want to consider putting someone in there. Because you could end up with a tank map. Just looking here, you guys have approximately 15 minutes left to get your bets in, and we're still waiting on. We're restarting it now. Okay.
Yeah, so we should be good to go here in a couple minutes maximum. So we're back on Omnians. One of my favorite maps. I like to see the team set up kind of 4 and 4. Obviously 8 people on a team. 4 and 4, kind of 4 on each side of the buildings. I guess 3 if you include tanker. Mm-hmm. But it's interesting to see what some teams do, because I've seen and played against teams where they stack 8 on one side, or they flank 8 towards your tank and try to take that out at the start. I don't know if I agree with that, but people do that anyways. It'll be interesting to see what these teams pull out here.
Yeah, you normally have most teams tend to have their 4-man push squad and then their 4-man on the other side trying to defend. I think a lot of teams tend to go that way. Let me see, let's have a look here. Yep, that's everyone in. And we're starting here in 5 seconds.
Here we go.
Oh, team still need to switch. Maybe not. I think it pauses for a while on the 5-second mark. Oh, look at that ping, 213.
Oh.
Oh dear. Right. Okay. Flip.
So Chaos is in the background right now, telling us that one of these teams, I'm assuming 5D, because most of these guys is US based, and the other team is possibly African based, which their leaders we've apparently somewhere in this game got some African players, which I feel extremely sorry for them and everyone they're playing against with that ping. But we'll see how it goes, I guess. And it looks like we're off here.
Yeah, we are. And no one has. Well, one person's 113 ping. The rest are well over 100. Wow.
All right.
So, some guy's going to have a good game, hopefully.
Yeah, so we're off here. So we've got a typical kind of flank here going on from the side of Active Valor. So it should be interesting to see who gets control, because obviously the buildings are your main thing to key on for this first point. Yeah, so it looks fairly standard so far. The control is definitely going the way of Fifth Dimension, or was there. Now AoV is definitely taking it back.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of gun this guy's using at the minute though.
Yeah, and he's doing some work with it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious to see where 5D are.
Yeah.
Right, we're still holding down these buildings.
Yeah, it's still fairly even at the minute.
Yeah. Now I recognize the name Rob Ridingwood from a previous Battlefield. He was a tanker there, so he might be able to kind of put AoV over the edge here, depending on how much work he can do in that tank. We'll see, but yeah, it definitely looks like they had primary control there. Looks like they're starting to lose it now.
Four kills in a row there from what was it? Assassin with the rocket gun. Yeah, there he is on the kill feed there. Three in a row. You do see a lot of the rocket gun kills on this map. More than quite a lot. Yeah, a lot more than some of the other maps.
Yeah, and it's, I think partially people bring it out for the tank, but also when you're most comfortable with the assault class, I think it gives you a bit of a long range kind of damaging thing. I don't know how much I agree with that, but yeah, it's definitely extremely viable on especially on first point here. You can just break the windows, break the walls down.
Yeah, I think it's important to get your opposite side, the walls going on either end of those buildings, so you've got a clear line of sight to your enemy guys. Yeah, still pretty even here. This here flag, obviously I have been involved so far with my own team in quite big battles on this Charlie flag. A couple have lasted over 10 minutes, so it can take a while to try and win this here point.
Yeah, they are extremely long on this point. It's really hard to be able to wipe the team out of both sides of the buildings. Looks like Active Valor again maybe is... oh no, now they're losing it. Now they've got no one on it.
Nope.
So it's really back and forth here. Whoever's got the most spawns at that point. Looks like this guy's last one on the flag here.
Yeah, I've noticed there for a while, Fifth Dimension have been running with 5 guys in the one squad. Maybe just someone's forgot to change back.
Yeah, someone might have just forgot to swap. Oh, there we go. Now
he's back now.
Yeah, so I've played most of these Fifth Dimension guys with and against them, mostly against, and they're a lot of them are newer players, but they pick up really quickly what's going on. So I think they'll be okay here for sure.
Now that I've actually seen Active Valor's emblem, I have played against these guys before. It does seem very familiar. Just when you hear the name sometimes.
Oh yeah, you hear the name and you can't recognize it. Yeah,
but then you see the emblem. And you're...
Yeah, and you know, I'm sure they're seeing as they're in Division 2, this is definitely going to be an equal matchup, which is definitely what we're seeing.
Double kill there. Yeah, that was nice there. That was nice. Dog Soldier, very nice.
So maybe this will give 5D a chance to kind of take over this flag finally.
Triple kill.
We'll see.
It's still pretty even. Nearly 5 minutes gone here, still at the first point. Friendly kill there on Active Valor side.
And you know, I think what I'm looking for here is more for people to capitalize on this. You see the burn being almost all the way in one team's favor. I'm thinking that's the time where you need to capitalize on that and really push those last couple guys out like they did there. Hopefully it'll go in their favor now. You see AoV trying to get onto the point. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to though.
Well, in quite a few of the games I've seen, so it has been so close. Like literally, when you're looking at the sea and it ticking over, it looks like it's full, but it's just stopped. One team pushes all their guys on, and it's gone down very quickly.
Yeah. Alright, and I think we've got a point
Yeah,
cap
we've
here.
got it.
Yep. So now we're moving on to second point. We have 5D taking the lead here, 1-0. It looks like Dog Soldier is really doing a good job there on 5D's 10-2 right now. Couple guys on both teams could probably step up a little bit here.
Yeah, I would like to see the guy with the 19 ping.
Yeah.
She should have a bit of an advantage over
Yeah.
someone
Yeah,
well
he
over
really
200.
step up. For sure. We got AoV definitely from the looks of it in control at this point, and that's what I find to be the most challenging about Frontlines is when you cap the point, but you have to try to get to the next one in time and still try to like beat the next team off of it again.
Yeah.
It can get pretty challenging. It's not definitely easy at all.
And sometimes you have to make sure whenever you are going to push early that you're pretty confident your team is going to cap the flag, because I know with my own team a few times the players have, right, we're going to get it. It's like literally a couple of seconds over there and they've went off the point. Next thing you know, it started going all the way back down again. So I guess it is judging right when, because you're thinking sometimes you think you've got there as quickly as you can and you arrive there and there's 5 players from the other team already there. So yeah, it's just trying to get that fine balance between staying and then moving on to the next point to try and get there before the opposing team as well. I think try to find that right balance.
Yeah, for sure.
Because if you can get it wrong, you can get it very wrong. It can be the difference between you capping your own flag and then being there quick enough for the next one to you losing your own flag and actually getting pushed back to the next one.
Yeah, it's very high degree of failure I see from teams a lot, trying to push the point that they've previously capped, trying to push it to the next one closer to the enemy's spawn. It's definitely not easy. We're still kind of at a 50-50 again. A lot of 50-50s here. I was really expecting on this point to see since it was so close on the first one, I was expecting to see AoV kind of wipe out the 5D team that were trying to come in and go back and reset it again. But I guess that wasn't the case, so now we're 50-50 again.
Yeah, it looks like both tanks are still alive, I think. Yeah, both tanks are still there. Nope, no, the other one just must have got taken down there. So, whose tanker is it still on point? It is Valor's.
Rob Ridingwood, yeah. He's so he should be, by all rights, he should be able to pretty well win this point for his team here now that he's the last tank alive. Yeah, so we should see a reset here back to the middle point. If 5D can somehow get everyone on here quickly, maybe not, but it looks like we're gonna see a reset.
Yeah, it's very, very close. And yep, there we have it.
There we go. So we're back to 1-1 in score here now.
Back to the center flag.
It seems like a fairly methodical game so far. Definitely not one of the quicker ones we've seen. It's definitely very methodical, very waiting for spawns, stuff like that. We've got a lot of good. We got a really good score, it looks like, on Active Valor right now. On the scoreboard came up there.
I think it was Hayden as well. Yeah. I think it was Hayden for. I'm not too sure which team it was, but yeah, very good score. It was 22 kills, stand out compared to the rest.
Yeah, definitely. That's really benefiting his team here, obviously. Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna see here. We're gonna. I don't really know if any team really has any momentum yet necessarily. Flipping pretty stalemated flags. Looks like AoV is definitely in the lead here. Yeah, and they wiped everyone.
Yep,
wiped everyone from 5D.
Oh, there's some.
There's some.
Now. Third.
Yeah. We got another 50-50 kind of fight here. I'm really looking for 5D to, since I think they might have the slight edge on infantry other than Hayden right now. I think I'm really looking for them to get a bit more aggressive and to try to just get one kind of push in and wipe everyone off, or as many as they can. I don't know if we'll see that, but that's what I'm looking for from them, because it seems like both teams are playing passive and they're kind of losing out on the passive fights.
Yeah, not enough aggression being shown, no. So 50-50 here still.
Oh,
got caught in his reload animation.
So now we've got
it's all red in at the minute.
and they're definitely starting to take over again here a little bit, which is good. This is what we wanted. Active Valor now is all spawned in, kind of in a really not a fantastic spot. They're gonna have to try to get into the buildings here.
Yeah, they're still all stuck underneath there. Yeah, they need to try and push to get themselves some cover.
Yeah, and we'll see how this push goes here, but it looks like it heavily favors 5D here. I would expect 5D to get this burn for sure.
Yep, it's still ticking away. I think this guy's King Spot waiting to get a bit of support.
MP18, that's a gun I don't see too often in comp. I really don't see that one that much at all, actually. Interesting to see him pull it out here.
No, I've seen a few different uses. I think once beforehand, just watching. Other common ones, I think, seen someone using Madsen yesterday.
We've got a Calibri out, right?
I think he's forgot to change the loadout a wee bit there.
Let's see if he can do some work with it here.
I don't think whoever he finishes off with that would be too happy at all.
Yeah, I'm wondering what the idea is there.
I think he's put himself at a big disadvantage. Running around with that.
Yeah, I'm thinking that one's not going to do a whole lot of damage. Alright, we're still 50-50 here. We're slight burn in AoV favor, but as we've seen here, yeah, there goes the burn again. So definitely really evenly matched from the looks of it here.
Yeah, could we have another look at the scoreboard there?
Oh.
Nice shovel kill.
Thanks. Alright. So we've got a Calibri and a shovel so far.
Yeah, that's the first melee kill we've seen.
Alright. We've got a lot of AoV guys in this one room here.
Four stuck in here.
Yeah, I'm thinking this maybe isn't the best.
Oh, they're pushed in. Oh, they get wiped. No, there's five or six in there. How many? Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.
I mean, I wasn't thinking that was a very good idea for like 2 nades coming in could wipe the whole team, but it somehow worked. It seems to be working out.
Everyone is either down that corridor. Yep, they're all over at this side of the building. I think we see AoV trying to flank 5D at the minute. Nope, both the guys got taken out.
Yes, we're kind of working. Everyone is kind of on this side right now. No one's even really on the other side except one guy. We got Hayden over there.
Yes, this guy's, is he all by himself? Is that their tanker coming up to support?
Looks like it, yeah. And we've got still this 50-50. The 5D guys had a really good chance there to push AoV completely off when they were all in that room, but I don't know if they necessarily realized it. Let's see. All right, so the tanks are. One tank is back in for sure. Yeah. I don't see the other one up yet, but that could prove to be a turning point for sure.
And is this it's not the flanker tank, is it? I don't think he's using it's a howitzer tank, so a wee bit of a different there, and most people tend to go with the flanker tank. I haven't seen anyone use any other variation yet. Maybe they have, but any of the games I've seen.
Yeah, for sure, and I know, and in Venom as well, we run the flanker. The tankers say it's more like kind of like an LAV from previous battlefields. It has that infantry stopping power. I don't know though. The flag looks like it's gonna go to AoV here.
Yeah, it's very close.
And
there it goes. So AoV ahead for the first time. I think that's the tank gone.
Yeah, there's the tank down.
King Sparrow took it out with his AT right there. Nice job.
So this is a pretty big advantage. So we've got the tank up for AoV, tank down for 5D, and we're going to push onto a flag that the tank can do some serious damage on. So we might see kind of a turning point here now. Yep, so AoV took the last point, yes. So we're pushing up here. The tanker is not maybe doing as much work as he could be here, but it looks like 5D are really focusing on taking the tank down as well, which makes it hard, especially in the light tank. it's not an easy thing to tank against.
So let's see who's on the point. So we've got an AoV guy there. We've got a 5D guy on the tram. Yeah, not anymore. He's not.
And there he goes.
There's not very many people on the point at the minute.
We've got a lot of 5D coming in, but the question is with the AoV tank there, how close are they even going to be able to get? I think
they're okay. Yeah, they're trying to come from two different directions.
They're really they're kind of dug into that one little corner spot there, but I don't think that's on the burn. Which
it seems that all the 5D guys must have got, both squads must have got squad wiped there, because none of them, bar one guy, was on that flag there.
Yeah, and a big push here, and the trick will be on the next point here if AoV can get in, because the next point is really, really hard to get into when you're on attacking. If the other team plays it well. Who's got it?
Yeah, he's taken out fairly quickly. Yeah. So there it is. Yep.
So the next point is definitely going to be a turning point. We need if 5D has a hope of winning the side still with 3 minutes left, they're definitely going to need a huge stand on this point here.
I don't think they can do it now. 1 point for flag cap. They need 2.
Yeah, they need 2.
I don't think they can do it. I think
they can put it within 1. I think you're right. You're definitely right here.
They can pull it back. It's at least a minute for to cap 1 flag, and then you've got the time in between the flag opening. So the best they can do here is try and bring it back to 3-2.
Yeah. And that's definitely what they're looking for here, because 3-2 is definitely, in Frontlines especially, 3-2 is definitely a big difference from 3-1.
But it does look like they're doing well at the minute. AoV, that's all red at the minute. Not got too many players on the point.
Yeah, they're definitely holding this point, which is what they need to do, and it's going to be really, really hard for AoV to break in here. I'm hoping to see maybe some smoke grenades. Maybe kind of just try to push them off as best you can. They're really, really dug in on that point. It's going to be hard to take it back.
Yeah, there hasn't been too much smoke usage in this game so far that I have seen.
No, and I think a lot of people mostly forget about it when you get running the frag grenades. I think a lot of them kind of forget about the smoke.
King Sparrow's got a good flank here. Was he able to make any use of it? I think kill there.
Got one, which that guy might have got res, but the team's caught on to the idea here. They got a few more guys trying to flank.
And that's it. Yep. So that's it. Back to 3-2.
And that's what 5D needed here. They needed a big hold. We got Stolzy on 5D really doing some work. He's 29, almost 30 kills. The Tackleberry's definitely going really well. Hayden.
The top 3 guys for AoV doing quite well. Hayden, Assassin, and what was it? Tackleberry, was it?
Tackleberry. Yep.
Tackleberry 21.
Yeah, they're definitely keeping their team in it right now. I'd almost go as far to say as they're really carrying. They've got 15 or more kills above everyone else on their team right now each. They're definitely doing a lot of work for AoV. So
I think that's going to be the way it ends now. I don't think there's enough time for their team flag.
Yeah, so we're gonna go into the second side with a 3-2 lead for AoV, and I'm not sure if there's really an advantageous side on this map. I'd say if there is one, it's definitely the side that AoV has right now is easier to push through. So yeah, we might see a bit of an advantage for 5D. Oh, Calibri.
Yeah, interesting to see this guy changes this out again. C20 900.
Yeah. All right. So in the first side, we've got a 3-2 score. A pretty stalemated first round there for a long time. We'll see what happens second side. Maybe one team opens it up. I don't know. I'm looking to see a lot more aggression from 5D though. SMK.
Yeah, well, I bet on 5D. I thought they would have been a bit more of the aggressive aggressor compared to AoV, but it doesn't seem that way. Yeah, it seemed a bit slow. I agree with you on that one. Things didn't seem to go too great for either team. Just kind of moving along with it. But looking at the scoreboard here, standouts is obviously Hayden, Assassin, and Tackleberry for the German side. On the British side, we have IB Stolzy with 30 and 18. Who else have we got there? J-Dog Soldier, 27, not too bad. And then, yeah, you can't. I think you can see a bit of a difference there.
Yeah. You know, we've got a couple more of the AoV guys really, really putting in some work. Stolzy's doing well at 30 and 18. 27 and 17 is also good, and anything really positive is good. There's even more negative players on AoV than there are on 5D, but I think just the Hayden and the Hell's Assassin and Tackleberry are really countering that well. Yeah,
C20900. What was it? 12 and I think it was 12 and 15, 16 there. I don't think the Kalibi was
working the best part.
Yeah.
So we got the team switches coming in here. Yeah, everyone's switching pretty evenly, so we should be good to start on time again. We'll see what happens. I don't know if we'll see any change in strategy here. I don't know if you really can do anything too different on the first point here, but it'll be interesting to see what the teams do anyways.
Okay, here we go. 5 seconds. I think it's frozen for. Here we go. I think. And here we go. There we go.
All right, so we're starting off here.
Fifth dimension, German side here. Redeploy.
Yeah, we're maybe waiting for 19 minutes now. Maybe everyone wasn't. Oh, no. Yeah, now everyone's going in. All right. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, so they just redeployed there.
All right, so we'll just we'll adjust our scoreboard here as well. We can make sure of that later on. But yeah, so we've got the pretty standard pushes again here.
Yeah, with both teams going to their opposite side straight away. It seemed like there was basically
both had the same idea.
Yeah, but like 8 guys all from each team heading to the opposite team side, and none of them coming across anyone hardly. Yeah, they're expecting.
We're all swapped here. All right, so we've got a few. We've got almost an entire squad down for 5D already, not SD. But they're slowly coming back here. They're getting the burn. Don here, C2090 Don, he's getting aggressive. He's going back over to his side to try to clear some of these guys out, which I think is a good idea.
Yeah, I think 5D have to be a bit more if they're aggressors in this game now. If they want to win this game, they have to win this by 2.
Yeah, and I think if I'm 5D here, my goal isn't to play slow. I'm thinking my goal here is to try to catch AoV off guard, come out really strong, and try to get that first point, and just tie it up, and then kind of settle it down a bit from there if you need to. I think the really crucial thing is to just get that tie really early on.
See this guy running with the bayonet on the weapon at the minute. I don't think I've seen a single bayonet charge in any of the games so far.
I'm kind of hopoping for one now.
Yeah, I don't think we keep going on about all the hatchet and all the shovel kills, but I've yet to see. Maybe someone in the chat can maybe correct us on that, but I don't think I've seen a single bayonet charge in the game so far.
Kind of hope we do.
Okay, so we've just been told he thinks he's seen one. The streamer Chaos says he thinks he's seen at least one. So I haven't seen any, but I'm told we've seen one so far. I would like to see one.
Yeah, it would be interesting for sure.
So yeah, 5D have cleared the flag.
So they're putting in some work here. and they're gonna take it. from the
Yep,
looks of
and they
it.
have.
Yep. There we go.
So that's 3 all.
Yeah, so we got 3-3 here going into the next point. It looks like we're just gonna end up pushing one side of the map the whole day here.
Yeah.
We'll see what 5D can do. I think their tanker's still down. I think. Don't quote me on that. But it will make it a little bit harder for them here, I assume. The tank can really do some work on this point, but we'll see.
So would like to thank Dywayne on the follow there. Thanks very much. So the flag, quite a battle here already. The flag hasn't opened up. Oh, it's just opened up now. And I think we have more 5D guys on it.
Alright, so yeah, we're definitely the problem at this point is there's not a whole lot of cover anywhere at all.
You tend to get quite a few people in the shops either side.
Yeah, and
apart from that's why smoke's quite important. I still haven't seen any yet.
Yeah, and even just to kind of cover where your team's at on the flag, right? That looks like maybe a smoke there. I couldn't really tell, but it looks like something on the side of the map there.
Yeah, someone's put down some smoke. That looks like 5D. Oh, rocket grenade kill. Oh, on his own teammate. 5D just took out his own teammate with a rocket gun.
And it looks as though we've got a pretty big hold here. They're just trapping the other team out.
Oh, it's close. Oh, well done. Good push there. But it's going back up again. Took them down.
We just need one final spawn push here for.
They've got the AoV have pushed in. Starting to take it back.
Yeah, they're so close.
Yeah,
so
I think the 5D guys got stuck looking down at the guys down the street, and they didn't pay attention to the blue doors. And a few AoV guys flanked them, came out through there and took them out.
Yeah, we got a couple kills there. Yeah, I got a couple kills there. Oh, maybe 3. Oh, almost 3. Yeah, so it looks as though the flag is still heavily playing in AoV's favor. We'll see what happens here. 5D's kind of regrouping and going back in from a different angle. I think this round is showing that 5D is maybe doing a little bit better on the infantry side of things. They're really pushing the action more.
As they're trying to come around the back. Oh, have we well taken out those two 5D guys?
So it looks as though we're gonna go back to the middle point here, barring any huge plays.
Oh, they've pushed around from the other side. 2 guys from 5D.
And we've got a mine kill, which means the 5D tank has gone down again.
Oh, nice notice there. Yep, good job.
So that'll be a pretty big factor in this point coming up again. I don't actually know if 5D has a tanker, because I know Bulldog. I've played with him before and against him, and he's usually on infantry. So I'm not sure if 5D really has a tanker, if they just have Bulldog filling in on the role, which could also be an issue.
Yeah, it's a bit strange. No, normally most players at teams that don't have, I mentioned earlier, tanks, they can quite easily ban all the tank maps, as there's only 3 of them.
Yeah,
there's 5 infantry maps.
Yeah, and since the new rules haven't taken effect yet, that's still definitely a very viable thing. We saw that with a couple matches this week, but maybe 5D was just confident in their infantry, or maybe I'm completely wrong and Bulldog is a tanker.
Yeah,
but that could very well be the case too.
Well, we've got another follower thanks to Prog R3S1V3. Probably didn't pronounce that right, but progress. Oh, flip sec, and maybe stuff like quite stupid there. Progress. Sorry.
Oh, that's fine. Just wait till you get some of these names that come in. There's no hope at all.
Just mention you here. Right. We've got a new follower there.
All right.
Thanks, progress.
All right. So we've got another 50-50 here. The thing is 5D's really gotta push it here, because AoV is in the lead by 1, so they don't have to do anything. They can just kill off as much time as they want.
Yeah, we're approaching up to the halfway mark here. 5D still need to win by 2 clear flags. We're basically back to where we were at the start. Haven't made any progress really now.
We've been fighting a lot on this C flag here. It's been very definitely not fast paced really, other than maybe I'd argue a couple minutes ago on that point, but it's definitely been a slower game. Not too much aggression shown. We got a bit of a flank coming in here, which is good. This is good. This is what needs to happen for 5D.
A lot of red skulls there. Yep, and we have 5D taking the flag at the minute. Their tanker. What happened there? Oh, their tanker jumped out to allow a teammate to spawn in. Risky, but again, he was in a pretty safe place.
Yeah, we've tried that one before and they got our tank stolen. So I don't know.
Oh dear me!
I don't know if I recommend that one to the kids at home, but yeah, don't
risk reward.
Be pretty careful with that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I was wondering originally why is he away? Just sitting there, maybe he's repairing, but yeah, he was getting out to allow a teammate to spawn.
Alright, so we've definitely got 5D control here. Just another couple seconds and it'll go their way, and there it is.
Is that all even?
So we're back to point delta again. For I think the 4th time this
yeah,
game.
it seems to be the way it mostly goes. You never really see it working back between C and B too much. Always seems to be C and D.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting because D is such a not an easy flag. It's a really hard flag, but it's a really quick flag. There's never long fights on D. I'm hoping for a 5D. I'm hoping for a 5D push here. I want to see how AoV reacts when they're on the defensive end. Because so far this game they've kind of been in the lead mostly.
Yeah, apart from the very first flag, which 5D won, then AoV have been either drawing or ahead majority of the game.
Yeah, and it's interesting. It's interesting to say the least. I think Amiens is kind of a map where. I don't know if we said it beforehand or I heard it yesterday, but it's kind of a map that seems like it's either very stalemated or very one-sided, where you get someone all the way back. Obviously,
that tank can do a lot of that. Move back if
he just goes right in here.
He could have done a lot of damage there. Sorry for cutting you off there.
Oh no, go for it. I was gonna stop too. Say that. So yeah, he's doing a lot of work. He's got 4 right now that I can see in the feed. Make it 5. 6, 7 in the feed.
Yeah, I knew if he just pushed in there, like there's not much they could do.
Yeah, and that's exactly what the tank should do on this flag, and he's basically won it for his team at this point.
Yeah. So it looks like is that the other enemy? Yeah, the other enemy tank's back again. He's down the other end of the street.
And he's got 2 more again. Rob Ridingwood is doing work right now on Delta.
Yeah, they can't seem to push up at all. He's got a good defensible position there in the tank as well.
And it's worth noting that his team is doing a good job of keeping him up too, because that light tank is pretty damaging, but also pretty vulnerable. It's not it can't withstand too much.
That looks like we're going to have AoV taking this. There it is.
I'm not too sure about that last 5D push there. I think they had it lost already. I think what I would have rather seen them do is kind of fall back and pick off the players from AoV as they try to get to the middle point again. I think that would have been well served.
Yeah. So if 5D are to win this year, they really need to take this point, in my opinion. Just under. Probably be roughly 7 minutes once the flag opens up.
Yeah, and Rob Ridingwood is doing work right now. He's 16-4, 8 or 9 or 10 of which were just 30 seconds ago on that last point.
On that flag.
He's really doing well, and this is kind of where you see the tank kind of shine.
Got pretty much all the AoV guys on the flag at the minute. Is there any? No, I don't think there's any 5D guys on it.
Any 5D, maybe one guy spotted already. Yeah, it's these things snowball, right? You have to. The problem is you might be riled up that you just kind of got steamrolled by the tank on that last point. But the nature of Frontlines is those things happen. You kind of got to just group and get ready for the next point. You can't let it snowball. Oh, here we go.
Oh, we got one of them.
That one.
Yeah. Yeah, AoV just really have to sit down and just make sure the ticker's slow or it's evened.
Yeah, and looks like this tank might go down here. He's not in necessarily the best position. Yeah, I think the tank did go down. Oh no, he's still up. He's still up.
No, he's still up. He's just got 2 more kills there.
So he's still doing well. He's
Yeah,
really
he's
really
low.
turned it on this round. Yeah.
Oh, he's down now.
Yeah, no, that was a little excessive from 5D, but definitely a good play. Get the tank down. He's going off for his team. Get him out of the way. Get him down, and then kind of group up on the point. But you got to be fast now.
Yeah, if we had what, 4 AoV. Sorry, guys, in that wee small room.
Yeah.
We have them all in the corridor here. Big battle going. Oh, spawning in as well.
And it looks like AoV's winning these battles, maybe? It's hard to tell right now. There's just so many people going down. Definitely 50-50. They're literally trading in the feed right now. We'll see who wins out on that trade.
They're all in this wee small corridor.
Yeah. And it looks like 5D's coming out stronger here. It looks like they've got a lot more people on the point. From the looks of it. We got one AoV guy here underneath the wood, the scaffolding.
Yeah, he's hoping that he gets... Nope, he's not going to get any help now.
Down he goes. So we've got 5D. 5D maybe taking over this point. And it's worth noting that at this point in the game, I don't think 5D has a whole lot of time left to actually win.
No, they don't.
5 minutes left in the game, like you said, minute to cap, minute to unlock. They really don't have a lot of time here. They need to cap this right now like they are. They need to get on to the next one and just play as aggressive as they can.
Yep, the flag's clear. They should take this. And they have. So, that's like even Steven again. You really need to start pushing up.
Yeah, and 5D needs to keep aggressive here. You can see they've kind of got the advantage here on positioning. If they can get around that back wall, excuse my yawn. If they can get around that back wall, but AoV looks like it might be in there.
There is a lot of blue just still standing there around the building. Like they're trying to 4 of them with that one guy in that building. Look, there's 3 there still.
Yeah, they're all stacked
together. It doesn't take 4 people to take out that one guy. It took them a wee bit to push up. Look, you can already see the AoV guys are up there.
Yeah, and we got a big flank here.
Yeah, they're hoping if they can
5D.
get it.
If they can get that flank, the key is they've only got a limited amount of time, so they need to get there quickly, like really quickly. No one on AoV has turned around yet, though. This could be huge if they can get this flank. So here we go. Here goes the flank.
3 of them. Oh, one guy's noticed.
One guy's down. There we go.
Still ticking in AoV's favor.
And these flankers need to make sure they eventually get on burn here. AoV's somehow withstood the most of that.
Yeah, hasn't worked out.
We still got a couple stragglers on it for 5D here. Yeah,
it's changing.
The flank may have worked eventually.
There's still one 5D guy. He's down.
There he goes. Oh, I think he traded. Did he trade?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I think he had a teammate spawn on him as he died there, but I think he was taken out too. Yeah, he was.
So it looks like 5D's really Oh, now we've got our own flank from AoV here. We got a big flank from AoV. Kind of getting set up. They've got quite a large flank.
Yeah, it's ticking now towards AoV's favor.
Yeah, and this, I can't see the time right now because it's very late on the screen. We've got 2:37.
Yeah.
2:37, yeah. So this is kind of the last push for a 5D win here.
I think who takes this wins it now.
Yeah, for sure.
Because
as soon as it ticks below 2, I think it should be over.
Yes, it's back to being basically neutral again. So it's going to take another minute. So we're looking at 1 minute, 11 seconds left.
We'll see who
This is
wants it
capped.
more here. 5D's
Yeah.
fighting for the for not losing. They're both fighting for not losing actually, because this is literally it. This is the last point. Whoever takes this is gonna win.
Oh, and the AoV tank arrives.
That could be a.
Yep,
He
he's
did
on
so
point.
much work last time on this point.
Yeah, that's it, clear.
This is looking pretty good for AoV right now.
So 5D need to get there. If they're hoping to at least win this game, they need to get there before the 1 minute's up.
And I'm thinking this play right now is you gotta throw on the smoke. You gotta really get aggressive on them. Throw on the smoke, run in on them, hope you win those gunfights. I don't think you can play it slow here with less than a minute. Your only bet is to contest for the tie, I think. And
tank's down. Tank, yep. Is it? Tank's down?
I think he's up still. I think he just got an infantry kill. Yeah, Rob Riding one. Yeah, he's still up.
He's low, but he's still up. Yep.
So with 1 minute left,
it looks like they're about to take it AoV. If they take it now, that's M1.
Yep. All right.
And a half. Yep.
6-5 AoV, and that's most likely going to be the game here.
Yeah, I think that's the game for him. It'll take roughly a minute for the flag to open up, if it even does.
So really a really close game here. Maybe not the most fast-paced we've seen, but it was definitely methodical. It was good plays and mistakes were definitely made by both teams. I think AoV in the end, if we pull up the scoreboard here, I think you're gonna see those same AoV guys, from what I could tell throughout the game, doing some work again. Yeah, so we'll see.
Yeah, good work for AoV there. Very, very fine. Only winning by 1 point, but they were winning it majority of the way throughout, so probably deserved.
Yeah, and congratulations to, even though it says draw, it's worth noting that it wasn't wasn't a draw. AoV takes this win 6-5. It was a close game. It was good. It was methodical. I think the deciding factor was that tank on the second side.
Yeah, I think
Rob Ridingwood did really, really well.
Yeah, I think better tanker. Like I said, if you've got a good tanker, it can make a difference before the game started. It seems that AoV did have a better tanker compared to 5D.
Yeah, so I think what we're gonna do here after we go through the scoreboard is we're gonna go to some interviews if we have any. And then we'll move on to the next match after that. So we're just checking right now if anyone wants to come on and do a post-match interview with us. But right now we can go through the scoreboard. Look at Rob Riding when he's 30-9. Some good tank play. Some good scores. Stolzy 29-14. Again, did really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
But the 37-18, the 32-13, 30-9. Those are just some hard scores to challenge.
Yeah, very nice work there by Rob Riding, winning the tank. And we've seen a couple of times there on the Delta flag where he just went in and took out 3 or 4 guys. I think one occasion there he took out 5 or 6. Good work by him. Yeah, I was already gone. I was trying to see the guy with the clear, see if he improved second round.
Yeah, for sure. So we're again just going to go through the rest of the day for you. Still have a couple more streams, I assume. Not too privy. One more stream after this one, I'm being told. So make sure you stick around. Definitely going to be some good matches. We've had some really good matches so far. This weekend has been a weekend of really intense, really, really close matches. So it should be really, really good. Make sure to follow us on Twitch if you can. Stay tuned for more streams. We stream every weekend. We stream quite a few weekdays actually. Community events, stuff like that. Yeah, we're still just waiting on to see if we have any interviews. But yeah, I think it was a good match. SMK, what do you think?
Yeah, it was very, very close. We did see, I think, 5D being a bit more aggressive in that their second round, but again, I think their tanker stepped up the game a wee bit as well. A couple of times they were bunched up, really badly bunched up. on Delta, and also I think they took their time trying to get up there as well. I think they could have made it up a wee bit faster after they had capped the centre flag. But yeah, overall, I think AoV deserved the win. They were winning for the majority of the game. Good win for them.
Yeah, I think 5D did well, but I think AoV definitely had them on the ropes more often than not. It definitely wasn't a lucky win by any means. They definitely had them on the ropes. They knew what they were doing for sure, and the tank especially really helped them out. But even first side, when the tank wasn't doing quite as much, there are few infantry players there. They were doing some serious work, which helped them a lot.
Okay, yeah, I'm just been told, just looking through the chat here, maybe he thinks that Active Valor is a Dutch clan. Okay, guys, we're going to go to a short break here, so hopefully we're going to have some interviews.
Here I am again, floating through the silence in my cold skin. My body's wearing thin, and there's darkness here. The whole world I fear, and my own I seem to drown. But I won't let them take me down. I won't let them take me down. I won't let them take me down, down, down. I won't let them take me down. I won't let them take me
Hey guys, welcome back. We've got the leader of 5D here. He's lost by 1 point. How do you feel the game went there for you?
Well, started out really well. I think overall, we played pretty good. I definitely, the other team was very great competition. They really knew how to, counter us, and I thought it was a, pretty even match overall. Though there had been a little bit of internal frustrations that started mounting, and some, issues that we dealt with internally towards the end of the match, as we were losing some of the flags. Some of the guys lost their cool, and I think that really just threw off the synergy of everything. So that's something we'll have to deal with, But I think, aside from that, it was unfortunate, we couldn't pull that last flag at the end there. We were really hoping to, but yeah, Active Valor, you guys did a fantastic job at, really knocking us off the flag at the last minute several times.
Yeah, you won the first flag, but then after that, once they regained back to the C flag, you seemed to be on the back foot for the rest of the game. Watching on stream, it seemed to go a bit slow, but there were a few instances where we seen it was basically 8 guys in one corridor, and then another 8 in like a small. You were all tightly bunched up, and there was quite a close few battles there that seemed quite intense. There was skulls popping up. all over the screen. Yeah, we noticed a few friendly kills there as well. Their tanker also seemed to do quite a lot of damage, especially on the D flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, there just seemed to
I think
be.
I think that's one of our biggest things that we've got to work on. We've come together from multiple different clans. We don't really have a distinguished tanker. We haven't really played much on this map with a tanker. We've pretty much played infantry only maps thus far, and not knowing what map we have to work with up until a couple days before the match, it was hard to get everyone together to practice and really get into a tank and work together with some strategy. So I think our strategy on that end was, just not on 100%, like we would have liked it to be.
For sure, and seeing you guys obviously in Team USA and stuff, it's interesting to see you guys have. I think it's worth noting you guys have a lot of potential. You guys have the gun skill and the individual skill to really go far. What do you guys think your next step would be? I guess going from here, what do you guys think you need to work at for next time?
Really, again, it's just squad cohesion. We're trying out a couple different guys. We've got 16 on the roster. I think 15 or 16 on the roster, and the majority obviously can't make it. So we only had 9 people that were going to be here today. So I have to pick and choose between who's available. So a lot of the time it's been changing. So a lot of these guys really haven't gotten to work with each other that often. Other than the few guys that are on USA, the other guys, it's still a new learning experience to see how each other work and how each other takes care of each other and where each other set up.
For sure. And I think that it obviously, like you said, it all comes with time. You guys are all coming from different teams who do things different ways, and
exactly.
I think it'll get there. And for a team that's just come together from so many different teams, you guys are looking very strong, like very, very strong. It's a nice voice crack. But yeah, I think it'll definitely go up from here for sure. But that's all I have. SMK, do you have anything else?
No, I think that's everything. You gave it a good go. There were a few nice gun battles going on there as well. It just seemed to be their tanker seemed to have a big influence on the game, and we're actually discussing. They have mentioned that he wasn't too sure if he's actually had a dedicated tanker, and it did kind of show during the game that their tanker was maybe a little bit level above what you had.
We have one other guy that we're considering for the tanking position. We just we gotta let them kind of do their thing and see who does what, and we only have a couple matches here, and it's hard to get an 8v8 all the time, so practice. But we're getting there. We'll figure it out. I got confidence in the guys, so
for sure. All right, so I think that just about covers it. So thanks for coming on for the interview for sure.
Thank you for having me.
We'll let our man in the back, Chaos, take it from here. I assume we're going to another commercial break or either turning the stream off for now until the next match starts. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure you stick around for the next game. The next game will be starting really soon. I don't actually know which game it is, if you could tell me first thing. All right, let me go to this game.
The next game is at 19 GMT. We have FPB versus Too Easy. Again, 2 very, very good clans. I think
a really good one.
Yeah, I think that'll be a very, very good game. We have I've played against FPB, FPH fairly recently, and again, they are a very, very good team, as are Too Easy. So you don't want to miss that one, guys.
Yeah. So stick around for that, and I guess that's all for us, guys.
Thanks for joining.